Hey everyone, Jeff here at StopThePirates.blogspot.com. It is February 23rd, 2016, and just a real quick video today. Just want to, keep stuff rolling. Talking about statutes, codes, and regulations. All statutes and codes administered by the United States government, which is a federal corporation in the federal zone, a municipal corporation, a crown corporation, owned by the crown in England. And they own the United States fee simple, and they're ultimately owned by the Vatican in Elodium, which claims to own the whole world because the Pope claims to be the vicar of Christ, and if Jesus isn't here now, somebody's got to be in charge, so it might as well be him. So through the bulls or whatever, they claim through conquest that they own the whole world. Put everything into 3 trusts, and it's never been challenged by anybody, and that's how the system works. But anyway, all statutes and codes and regulations only apply to persons. Now, a person doesn't mean a human being. A person means a corporation. So if you read carefully any of the state enacted legislative, what we call laws or statute and codes, it'll always reference to a person. A person commits an offense of failure to carry a license. A person commits an offense of failure to register a vehicle. A person commits an offense of driving without insurance. A person commits offense of murder or whatever. So if you agree to represent your straw man, which is your name in all capital letters, set up at your birth, your own little corporation, because the United States corporation, it can't have any dominion over the flesh and blood human beings, because it is a fiction. It only exists in the mind, on a piece of paper. We think it's real because they do that through our public school system. It dumps people down and makes us not ask any questions, and just teaches us how to repeat shit. But anyway, I'm digressing. Just the straw man, look at all your papers, your driver's license, any check you get from your company that you work for, your insurance papers, it's always your name in all capital letters. So if you agree to represent the straw man, all these things become binding on you. These statutes and codes. Any person that commits or violates one of these corporate statutes and codes, according to the government, all have a monetary value attached to them. So really, the courts are nothing more than revenue generating. They're paying back the national debt. Now, the national debt, people always talk about the national debt. Well, the national debt's $19 trillion. Well, who do we owe the money to? What's the interest rate? What are the terms of the loan? These are things that we never ask. We just go along to get along. But the money is actually owed to the Crown Corporation, which are all the inner city London banks. The Rothschilds, I'm going to name them all right now, Rockefellers, just to name a couple, but I think there's 11 or 12 or 13 of them. But they all are privately owned corporate banks, who are actually, when you look into it, not even loaning money. They're just maritime insurance corporations, which really means they're taking on responsibility. Now, all this doesn't mean this is all bad stuff. It's actually allowing us to operate under limited liability, which, if you understand how the system works, is a good thing. Because when you find out that all of your debts, your public debts, are prepaid and there's no money to pay anything with anyway, you start to get it. And you start to see, well, this is actually a good thing. Set up under House Joint Resolution 192, when they took all the gold away from the persons. And if you read that too, it'll say, all persons have to turn in their gold, which meant corporations, but we didn't know, or they didn't know back then. And they went and turned all their gold coins and gold currency for Federal Reserve notes, which is a fiat vet note, which you have to pay. It's really just insurance on anything. So anyway, when a person registers anything with the state becomes the owner, and you become the holder in due course, and you have the certificate or title. Just like when you register your child for birth certificate, you're actually handing over ownership to them, to the state, the government, until they become of mature age. But anyway, that's basically it. So the courts are basically just revenue generating businesses because we were set up with unlimited credit through our we're actually the paymasters of the corporation. They had to do that because in any trust situation there's a trustee, a trustor, and a beneficiary, or a trustee, a grantor, and a beneficiary, and they had to make us the beneficiaries because they can't be both. So we actually get the benefit of the whole system, which means that we have unlimited credit, and all we have to do is sign our name. And I know it's not as easy as that, but that's how the system is set up. But due to a normalcy bias and just people doing the same thing over and over, they don't understand how it works. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. But all statutes and codes have a monetary value to them. They're all commercial crimes. Murder goes for 5 or 6 million now. So if you kill one of their bonded debt slaves, the United States corporation is always listed as the injured party in the suit, the plaintiff, because they were injured because over your lifetime are supposed to pay back a certain amount of money to the Internal Revenue Service, which is the collection agency for the International Monetary Fund. And if they don't get all of that money from you, they were harmed. But they issue bonds on that, and those bonds are insured. And so actually, you're worth more dead than alive when they kill you. The insurance pays off on that. So anyway, if you're interested in this kind of information, this is kind of just a real general overview. But go to stopthepirates.blogspot.com. Thanks. Have a great day.